Hi there, and thanks for joining me. So you know in my past videos I've said that I've got enough dolls houses, I don't need any more, I've got more than enough to be getting on with, and we actually can't move in our house for dolls houses. Yeah, I've kind of gone and bought another one. So I went to a car boot sale this morning, and a man was selling this house for only £5, which is about $6 US, so not a lot of money. And he said that if he had to take it home with him, he was going to drop it off to the tip because it was quite flimsy and it's a little bit worn in places and he didn't really want it anymore. He'd bought it for his daughter when she was younger, and obviously his daughter's outgrown it now, and he didn't want it in the house. And I thought, I can't let it go to the tip for £5. I know I've got no room for it in the house, but I can't let it go to the tip for £5. So I picked it up. So this is now Doll's house number 9. I'm not sure why I need quite so many dolls houses, but I'm sure, and I know a lot of you out there will totally appreciate where I'm coming from. And you just can't let houses like this go to the tip, can you? Now I've got it on this tablecloth because unfortunately there was a bit of a nail underneath it, so I don't want it damaging the wooden table. But it's quite sweet house. I mean, just move around so we can have a little look at it. And we've got little front opening windows, which are rather lovely. And they've obviously decided to try and decorate it with sort of flowers up there. And this is just paper on the front to look like bricks. This window here is loose, but we do still have it, which is really good. And there's a little front door as well. And they've got sort of grass effect here. Got a feeling I might have the roof on back to front. I think the chimneys probably go on the back of the house. And it's quite a sweet design. So it's quite thin. So perhaps it was made from a kit. Now the man thought it was probably 1940s. I'm not sure it's that old myself. To be honest, it looks more like 1960s, but I don't know. I mean, if anybody has any idea, I'd really appreciate their feedback. The way you get into the house is you open it like this. The roof comes off. Then you can see there's an attic room here. And then the back wall of the house comes off. So it's got quite a bit of water damage, unfortunately. So it does need to be redecorated or repainted. And on the back, they've put paper on there to look like brick effect. I'm just going to turn the house around, but quite carefully because I don't want that nail doing any damage. So I'm just going to lift it up while I move it. And you can see inside the house. I say it's a back opening house, which for the UK is quite unusual. Most of our dolls' houses are open at the front. And it did come with a little bit of furniture. Now the furniture looks quite modern. The furniture definitely isn't old. So we've got this very strange bath unit with shower above it. It's got wheels on the bottom and a little turning handle here. So at some point it must be some sort of car. But I think it's broken now, unfortunately. Oh no, there we go. So if you ever want to like see your surroundings, it's so loud. When you're having a bath, that's how you can do it. Can you imagine you go around the garden in a bath like that? Oh, there we go. Oh, stopped it now. Trying to escape. And we've got a little desk unit for the bedroom. Again, that's plastic, so obviously quite modern. A little seat for the desk. Quite a cute little bed with lovely bedspread. Quite a lovely pattern on the bedspread, isn't it? And the bed's quite cute, little pink details on the finials. But again, plastic, so modern style. A dressing table. Again, quite a cute style with the mirrors and the little drawers. But again, that's plastic. It says made in China on it, so obviously made relatively recently. And a slightly different style bed made of wood. Now they've actually decorated this house with full carpet, which is a bit overkill for a house. And this is obviously an old rug that they've cut up. And in the lounge, we've got this massive sort of garden seat style unit. It looks a little bit like Santa's sleigh, doesn't it? Well, to be honest, that's really quite nice, but it's not in keeping with the house. But it would be nice, like a garden unit or something, wouldn't it? And then over here, which I'm guessing is the kitchen, which I can't quite see from here, we've got a very large sort of doggy bag, so some sort of children's toy must have come in that. I'm sure somebody's familiar with what puppy club friends are. Little dog, so he's more in keeping with the style of the house, isn't he? Dressing table, again, a second dressing table. We don't need two of them. And like a kitchen dresser for the kitchen. That's actually quite nice. There's no glass in the windows, but it's quite a nice little unit. So yeah, it comes with a little bit of furniture, but not enough to do too much with. And as I say, the carpets would definitely have to come out because they're way too big. But you see, it's been quite nicely decorated with wallpaper. Unfortunately, it's got a lot of water damage, so it will need to be redecorated. It's all peeling off. But whoever's decorated has given it a lot of thought as to how they're going to decorate it, haven't they? And it's quite nicely made. There's like a sort of ridge here that the back wall goes into. So it's actually quite nicely made. So it makes me feel as though it might have been made from a kit. I don't know if you agree. If you do, I'd really love to hear your comments and suggestions as to, oh, what's the bath going again? As to how you think it was made, whether it's made by an individual person who's just decided to make a doll's house, or whether or not they've made it from a kit. So my feeling is it's probably a kit, but I don't know. It's just a feeling I've got. The chimneys are little rolls of metal for the little chimney stacks there. So probably the chimneys would go on the back of the house, do you think, or the front? I'm not sure really. Either way works probably, doesn't it? I'll put them on the back for now. So that's my new addition. It doesn't have a name. I only picked it up this morning. I say from a car boot sale. My son likes going to them on a Sunday or Saturday morning. I say this was just bought from a man who obviously just wanted to clear out of his house. Sometimes you get dealers and that sort of thing and traders, but this was just a general person who's having to clear out of his house. Hence, he only wanted £5 for it. So I just couldn't let it go to the tip for £5. It's absolutely wonderful. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at my 9th doll's house with me. It seems to be a bit of an obsession, doesn't it? I know there's a lot of people out there who totally understand this obsession. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.